I can't hold my tongue any longer. What I saw yesterday was unacceptable. We have, for the last 8 years, 7 to 8 years, been under the regime of a divisive, snobby, arrogant president. I have to make a plea for those of you on the right, like myself. We have to be the better people. Christ said, when someone strikes you on a cheek, you turn the other cheek and let him strike the other. That was not so that you could get hit in the face or so that the other person could demean you. That was so you could show you were the better person. That you didn't react in anger. Because how many people make a decision when they are angry and the next day say, man, that was the best decision I've ever made? Nobody. I am angry right now. I understand that you are angry right now, and I know why. But I have studied, I have searched my soul for the last 7 to 8 years, trying to figure out what type of leader we needed. What has been the problem thus far? And I have to say, Barack Obama ran on hope and change. A hope for a better, a change for the better in this country. And he had all the opportunity in the world. He absolutely could have gone down as the best president in history, whether or not I agree or disagree with his policies. You could be a Democrat and you could put in your Democratic policies and move us to the left and still bring the nation together. Instead, he chose to divide us along racial lines, along ethnic lines, along wealth lines. United we stand, divided we fall. But here's the thing, America. Those of us on the right cannot react the same way. If we get hit in the face, and we just get all enraged, and decide to hit back, who's in the right? Who's the better man? This is not a joke. If you support Donald Trump, I want you to listen to his rhetoric today. This was his opportunity to prove me wrong. I have said since the beginning that speaking with hate, speaking in divisive terms, even if it's policy that for the most part I agree with, will not help our situation. Yet he, after today, comes out and instead of saying, listen, I know you're angry. I know that you want things fixed, and I am the man to fix it. But we have to control ourselves. We have to be the better people and give the example, the godly example, since he's such a Christian, of what kind of people we are, and that we can go above our ideology, and we can sit down and talk with you, and have an honest discussion on policy without bringing hatred into the mix. But no, Donald Trump came out this morning and pointed the fingers at the other side and said they're to blame. They are the ones that incited violence. We didn't do it. That's the reason we're angry. That's the reason my people are angry. They poked us. What does that make? Does that make you any better? And I have to say, Bernie Sanders, Hillary Clinton, both came out today just as divisive. Now I expect them to be divisive. It's Zelensky. Divide and conquer. That's their way of getting anything accomplished. When she comes out and says that this is all just a bunch of racist right-wing rednecks, and they have no intelligence and no idea of policy, and they just hate you because of your skin color, that's not much less divisive than what Donald Trump is saying. So don't get off your fucking pedestal. Pardon my language. This is a time for a leader. A man that beyond all doubt can come and bring us together and get things done. I am ashamed. I have served my country. 7 years in the National Guard. I did 1 tour in Afghanistan. I have bled red, white, and blue my entire life. I don't just say it, I try to live it. We have to lead by example for the future of our kids. What type of example will you set for your children? Where will you say you were today? Were you in the riots, punching somebody else in the face, or were you standing back saying, whoa, we're not there yet? Because let me tell you, if this country keeps heading down the path that we are on, this is nothing. Have you seen Greece? Have you seen what's going on in Europe? Have you heard of Cyprus? Where the government and those in power are confiscating people's money, their wealth. And in Greece, where they are to the point that they don't have any more money. They're just, hey, we got to stop these programs. And people are rioting in the streets because it's an entitlement. I deserve it. I deserve it. You deserve what you've earned. And if you haven't earned it, you don't deserve it. Period. We have to be the bigger people. The only people that have come out today that weren't on divisive terms were the 3 non-Trump Republicans that are still in this race. 2 of which shouldn't be in this race. Those other 2 are literally just going to take the votes away from Cruz and hand it to Trump. You want a Trump presidency? Vote Rubio, vote Kasich. You get Trump. That's just a fact. There's nothing that you can do to change that now. There's one man who has come on a positive note and said this can still be fixed and we can do it together. And you all know who that is. Whether or not you like his personality or the way he looks. If you want to further divide this country, vote Democrat or vote Trump.